Hello, everyone. Well, please excuse my stuffiness as I am still recovering from a cold. But my name is Brooke Martin, and I'm going to guide you through a brief overview of family systems therapy. I will discuss the basis of family systems therapy, basic techniques, my personal opinion of family systems therapy, and I will also briefly apply family systems therapy to a case study. So let's begin. Family therapy was brought into the mainstream during the 1950s. There are a few different models to follow when it comes to family systems therapy, such as Alderian family therapy, multi-generational family therapy, the human validation process model, experiential family therapy, and structural strategic family therapy. I will speak a little about each of these frameworks for family systems therapy, but first, I'd like to explore family systems therapy's basis more broadly. It is important to note that family systems therapy is based in a systematic approach, which varies from individual therapy. From the systemic approach, it is believed that individuals are best understood through assessing the interactions between and among family members. Symptoms are understood to be the habits and patterns that a family exhibits and are a result of these patterns and habits, not necessarily due to maladjustment, the individual's past, or their psychosocial development. There are 4 assumptions in the family systems perspective. The first is that the problematic behavior of the client may serve a purpose for function for the family. Second, the behavior may not be intentionally maintained by a family process. Third, behaviors may be a result of families' lack of ability to be productive. This may be especially true during any developmental transitions. And lastly, behavior may be the result of generational patterns that have been upheld over time. Additionally, the family systems perspective believes that the family unit is a living system. Change is only possible when the family and each relationship within the family is considered in relation to the client. It is also of importance to note that each family member's behavior will have an effect on all other family members. Within each family system therapy model, there are differing philosophical and therapeutic views to follow. It will be best to discuss each model in brief. So when looking at the Alderian family therapy, it focuses on present issues and also references the past. There is a focus on building respectful relationships between family members, as well as the parents' ability to be effective in their parenting and function as leaders. It is accepted that these goals, through the understanding of the family constellation or family system, birth order, and the disclosure of the goals of each family member will bring forth change. Within this framework, the counselor is viewed as an educator, collaborator, and motivator. Multi-generational family therapy looks at both the past as well as the present. There is a focus on the differentiation of oneself from the family unit, and this framework works to understand how relationship patterns based in cognitions assist with differentiation, which can be understood as the separation of emotion, reason, and independence of one from others, as well as how individuals are connected across generations. In multi-generational family therapy, the counselor functions more as a guide as well as an educator. And then when looking at human validation process model, it examines the present and focuses on the promotion of growth, self-esteem, and connection between family members to increase communication and interaction. This assists the family in overcoming chaos and finding new possibilities and moving forward. The counselor functions as a facilitator, where they integrate the use of empathy, communication, touch, and even role-playing into counseling sessions. The experiential family therapy model examines the present as well, but it focuses on increasing spontaneity, autonomy, creativity, and also play within the family unit, with the goal of increasing awareness and the creation of change through therapy. The counselor will integrate self-disclosure, confrontation, and the use of oneself as an agent for change throughout the therapeutic process. The counselor is an integral portion of the therapeutic process in experiential family therapy, and they also function as a family coach throughout counseling sessions. And then moving on to structural or strategic family therapy, it examines the past, present, and the future with the goal of reducing dysfunctional symptoms of the client and encourages structural change within the family unit. This is accomplished through boundary setting, reframing the family structure, and providing paradoxical interventions. So, kind of like reverse psychology. Within this framework, the counselor functions as a problem solver and a promoter for change. Now, personally, I don't necessarily describe solely to family systems therapy. I do believe that there are valuable aspects to the systemic approach, such as including the family in therapy sessions, as well as exploring the external systems that affect the family, such as the community in which they live. It's also of value to understand the specific roles of family members and family relationships. However, I find that family systems therapy may not be a therapeutic process in which every client would be willing to participate, especially when individuals may have negative relationships with their family members and they don't necessarily wish to integrate their family into therapy. In that situation, family systems therapy may not be the best option. An individual may also be struggling with issues that do not require the involvement of the family. I would absolutely consider integrating family systems therapy with behavior therapy in my future practice. It may be the case that a family needs clarification of their roles within the family and how their roles need to be adjusted to assist a family member that requires further support in reaching their behavioral goals. Especially if I was working with an individual that was unable to set behavioral goals for themselves, I would then need to work with the family to set behavioral goals, for the individual, and also ensure that the family has all of the necessary resources and support available to successfully support their family member. Utilizing family systems therapy with behavior therapy would be a collaborative process in which I would be able to assist each family member in coping with any role adjustments that need to be made, provide the family with support, and ensure my client is receiving the ongoing behavioral support that they need both from myself as well as their family. And moving on to our case study, we can use the structural strategic family therapy model to assist Zach. Zach is a 16-year-old Caucasian male who experiences behavioral issues in school. He has distrust of male authority figures, and he also struggles with his academics. He lives with his mother, Liz, his father, Nick, and older sister, Nina. Zach does not have a positive working relationship with his father, but he does have a positive relationship with both his mother and his older sister. Using the structural strategic family therapy model, we can place our focus on the past, present, and future of the family. We will need to look at whether or not there are any particular interactional patterns within Zach's family and examine any structural changes that need to occur. It appears as though Zach's father needs to assume a stronger presence within the structure of the family. While he does support and provide for his family, he lacks presence within the family, which has weakened the structure of the parental subsystem. To make an adjustment to Zach's father's behavior would alter a pattern of dysfunction within the structure of the family. The counselor will need to promote this change for the family by leading them in rebuilding the parental subsystem, by helping them to set rules and boundaries for Nick. Ultimately, adjustment of the structure of the parental unit should yield positive results for Zach by building a stronger, more complete family unit. So in conclusion, family systems therapy does have a wide range of applications, but it may not be suitable for every case that a counselor encounters. One will need to be mindful of the circumstances in which family systems therapy will be useful and cases in which its therapeutic application may reap negative consequences for the client. I hope this presentation has been informative. Thank you for your time, and here is a list of my references. Thank you.